my gosh! Yo, what? That is so cool! Wow, that is so beautiful. Oof, that is next level. I am so happy with that $5 Home Depot upgrade right now. Oh yeah, what is going on today, guys? I have a brand new package from the film photography project, and I'm super excited about this because this is an E6 developing kit, and this is 120 Ektachrome. Oh, this is a Kevlar envelope. Damn it. E100, baby. Expired 2/22, so this is plenty fresh. Yeah, they sent me a developing and scanning package, and I literally ordered a developing kit. That's kind of cute. Sweet, another sticker. Alright, so here's the goods. This is the E6 developing kit. I'm a mad scientist. Oh, sweet, and it came with the instructions. All right, so let's just jump right into it. What is all this? What is the meaning of this? Well, all of the other photos you've seen on my channel so far are from negative film. So negative film looks like this. The photos that are made on it are negatives, and then you scan them and invert them into a positive image, and then there's your photo. Color positive film is super cool. When you develop it, you get a positive image right on the film. So when we're done with this, we're gonna have 12 medium format, straight up color images right on the film. So that's just gonna look super cool for me as a photographer. And the scans should look cool. Now, there are some limitations to this, and there are limitations, but also kind of positives. Color positive film, so I've heard, is way less forgiving in terms of exposure latitude. You really have to just nail your exposure. With color negative films, Kodak Portrait 400, you can miss your exposure under or over by like 5 or 6 stops, and it'll just be fine. A couple other YouTube photography channels have done videos on this where they literally expose Kodak Portrait 400 6 stops over, bring it back down, and it looks, I'm like, fine. This is not going to do that. This, you need to nail your exposure. Now, I don't own a light meter, so this is gonna be kind of a challenge. One thing that color positive films give you though is this really bright, vibrant image. All of the photos from the moon landing, from space, just like all of NASA stuff, shot on Ektachrome. So I'm super excited for this. It's supposed to give you like really saturated blue shadows. Also, I forgot. Also, I have 4 boxes of Fujichrome is Fuji color positive. Okay, I have 4 boxes of ISO 64 tungsten Fujichrome film, which is tungsten color positive film. They're 35mm. We're gonna go shoot those. I wanna do one of those first because this was $12. And it's almost impossible to get. It's not really that it's $12, it's just everyone wants 120 Ektachrome. So we're gonna, Jesus, that was my mouse. We're gonna load up the old Canon A-1 with some 35mm color positive film and probably wait until it's nighttime to go shoot photos of gas stations like Predictable Little Bit. I was going over to my sister's house to go get some glass containers to hold these new chemicals in, and on the way there I stopped at a church that had like a little playground by it, so I took some images around there. The ISO being as low as it was, I did have to shoot a fair bit of the photos locked off on the tripod, but it was less than I expected actually. At f4 I was averaging around 1/60th of a second, and it was an overcast day. The next place I went and shot photos was at my sister's house. She has a micro farm, I guess you'd call it, in her backyard, so she's got ducks, chickens, goats, St. Bernard puppy. Next, on the way back, we just ended up driving through my local town, and I always like just walking around and taking pictures of houses, cars, anything there. It's kind of a really sleepy, just American town set in a little valley. Not a lot's going on. There's one restaurant, just a little pizza shop. Yeah, I just made a lot of images. I focused a lot on things with blue in them. So this is a tungsten film, and I'm shooting it in the daylight on kind of a overcast day, so I expect these images to come out really blue, but I think I can correct it in post, and I just focused on taking pictures of blue houses, blue cars, things with asphalt in them, because I know that's going to be a blue undertone like in the shadows. Now what we're going to do is we're going to mix a bunch of E6 chemicals and then develop some film. We'll just start with the first developer. So the directions say 708 milliliters of water. Weight is the most accurate way to measure water. 710, I'd say that's about doable. Up to the top. Color developer, 650 milliliters. 649.5, I'll call that good enough. Color developer A. It's got a little odor to it, but not bad. Color developer B. Oh, that is right to the very tip top of this container right here. Wowie. It's actually turning a darker color as I mix. Kind of like a deep purple, I'd say. Look at that. Purple, I don't know if you could see. Alright, Blix. 414 milliliters of water. 411. Part A. Part B. Right to the very tippy top. Now I'm gonna go throw these in the sous vide and wait for them to get to 100 or so degrees. Yo, what? This is from forever ago. That is so cool. Oh my gosh, this is from a photo shoot from over 2 years ago. Oh my gosh. Okay. I need to film right now to document my genuine reaction to seeing this film for the first time in person, because I was not prepared for just how striking like an entire strip of 35mm color slide film is. I can only imagine that this is gonna be even better because it's gonna be bigger. But when you usually pull your negatives out of the tank to develop, it's just like, all right, it's brown and I guess there's photos there, cool. This, like, I can go through, I can see every single one, all the colors. It's just like, it's stunning, to say the least. Maybe this will wear off after I do it a couple times, but this is so cool. This is like more excitement than the first time I developed color negative film. The other really cool thing is I threw a roll of this film in the tank that I just had laying around, and it turns out it was from over 2 years ago, November 2017, a long time ago. But I shot it in the same spot. I was just down in Bloomsbury shooting around. I'll throw in some photos from then, but it is so cool, guys. I don't think the video is gonna do it justice, but to go out, take photos, and then see what the light made right on the piece of film is just, it's so cool. Okay, back to regularly scheduled stuff. I do have to admit, the first time I shot a roll of this, no, not the first time, because that was the first time. First time in recent history when I shot a roll of this, I just thought it was a color negative film for some reason, loaded it up and then cross-processed it in T5i, and it came out so bad. I got one good photo off the roll of a gas station, but it took so much post-processing to just make it look somewhat normal. Okay guys, I wanted to just do like a final thoughts on slide film and whether I'll be shooting it again. It's the next day, obviously, I'm wearing something different, but I just wanted to give my thoughts on how the film performed after I scanned it. Yeah, so initially it was just super striking to actually see. I took a couple images that were a little bit overexposed, and I think that's almost worse than underexposure. Color positive film, it kind of behaved like a digital image from like an old camera where just the highlights, if they go a little bit too far, they're just gone. But I have to say, I really liked the tone. It was like this wet, saturated blue tone I got from the tungsten film. It really wasn't that blue when I shot it. I was expecting a way more blue cast. I was gonna have to correct a bunch, but it turns out it was really not that bad. I did end up with this weird, I guess, magenta tint in a lot of the images. So what I ended up doing in Lightroom was all the way at the bottom, there's those sliders for red, green, blue, where you can change it. If you take the blue one, you make it all Instagrammy. The green slider, if I just took it and slid it to the right just a little bit, that changed the balance of the picture, like one of the channels, just enough to make it like a little less in your face. And then the other thing I did was add a slight split tone in the shadows of kind of a greenish yellow. It's an ugly color, but in context it actually really brought out a liveliness and warmth to the image that I wasn't expecting. I was really impressed with how the slide film performed. It's definitely something I wouldn't shoot something important on, if that makes sense. I wouldn't go out on somebody's engagement shoot and just be like, let's shoot this all in Ektachrome, because say, oops, I had my exposure compensation dial one stop overexposed, all those images are just completely garbage. So like, you're not gonna be able to use them. Whereas if you overexpose the whole shoot on pretty much any color negative film, you'd be like, well, whatever. That's that. I am really excited to make another video with the Ektachrome. It's kind of like a cult classic these days. There's shirts, there's stickers. It's awesome. I do, however, want to shoot it on a clear, sunny day because I want this contrast. I want that like poppy, vintage, vibrant look where the tungsten film, I think, kind of shined on a cloudy day because it just has this kind of moody undertone. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching these videos. I really appreciate the support I'm getting in the comment section. I try to respond to as much as possible if it's relevant. I would really appreciate if you drop a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you can see when the next video I upload comes up. Yeah, we'll just keep plugging these videos out. Until the next one, stay healthy, stay safe, and go shoot some film, please. Bye.